Question 23. Okay, so the temperature in Dublin is 4 degrees and it's 7 degrees lower in Dublin. So remember, for these questions it's really helpful to draw out your thermometer. Okay, so from here to here is 4 degrees. We need to go 7 degrees lower, so we need to go another 3 degrees, which takes you to -3. So the temperature in London is -3. Okay, so same for question B. Okay, so we're going to put our 0 degrees up here. We're starting at -2, okay, and then we're going to go down 9 degrees. Okay, so that's going to take us down to -11 for the temperature in Copenhagen. Question number 31, you've got some information about sausage rolls, okay, so one sausage roll weighs 120 grams, only 30% of it is pastry. Okay, so how many grams of pastry in 40 sausage rolls? So your first step is to work out how many grams of pastry is in one sausage roll. So percentages, we need to convert into a fraction. Okay, so we need to convert 30% into 3/10. We're working out 3/10 of 120. So step 1 is to divide by the denominator. 120 divided by 10 gives you 12. Multiply your answer by the numerator. 12 times 3 gives you 36. Okay, so in each sausage roll there are 36 grams of pastry. You need to work out how much there is in 40 sausage rolls, so we need to do 36 times 40. Okay, so the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to do 36 times 4, first of all. Okay, so 6 fours are 24, 3 fours are 12, plus 2 gives you 14. So that gives you 144. You want to multiply by 40. If you're already multiplied by 4, so what you're going to do with your answer is times that by 10, and that's going to give you 1,440 grams. So question number 32. Okay, you've got some numbers, you have to double them and add a quarter. So if you have a look at the first one, 16 and a quarter, to double that, what I would do is I would double my 16 first of all, which gives you 32. Okay, and then double a quarter gives you a half, so 32.5. 16 and a quarter is the same as 16.25. Okay, so you could also use your formal method if you're more comfortable that way. So 16.25 times 2. Just takes a little bit longer to use your formal method. So 5 times 2 is 10. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. Okay, your decimal point doesn't move. 6 times 2 is 12. 1 times 2 is 2 plus 1 is 3. So you've got 32.5. Now that's not finished yet. You have to then add on a quarter. So 32.5. You're adding on another 0.25 to add on another quarter. Okay, so you've got 32.75. Okay, so that's the same as 32 and 3/4. The next step then is to do the same thing with this number. You need to double it and you need to add on a quarter. Okay, so 32 3/4 is the same as 32.75. So we're going to times that by 2. Okay, so 5 2s are 10. 7 times 2 is 14 plus 1 is 15. Decimal point doesn't move. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. 3 times 2 is 6. And then your last step, add on a quarter. Okay, your quarter is equivalent to 0.25. So 0 plus 5 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 5 plus nothing is 5. 6 plus nothing is 6. So that's 65.75 or 65 3/4. Question number 33, you've got some coordinates, okay, and you have to make the shapes. So plot your coordinates. So part B, you've got 5 4. Remember, you go across the hall and then up the stairs. So 5 4 is there. Okay, 7 0 is here. 7 5. Okay, so 7 5 and then 9 4. So if you join that up, okay, you can see clearly that that makes a kite. And then for C, okay, your coordinates are 10 1, 10 5, 12 0, and 12 4. Okay, again, if you join those up, you can see that you have made a parallelogram. Question number 34. Okay, so a car is £130 normally, but there's 25% off in the sale. Work out percentages, you have to know your equivalent fractions. 25% is the same as 1/4. To find a quarter of something, you're going to divide by 4. So you're going to take the 130 and we're going to start off by dividing it by 4 to find a quarter. So 1 divided by 4 is 0, carry over the 1. 13 divided by 4, 4 threes are 12, okay, so 1 left over. 10 divided by 4 gives you 2, but you now have a remainder, okay? When you're working with money, you can't write R and then what's left over. So if you remember, what you do is you pop in your decimal point, okay, and you add in your 2 zeros, and you continue with your division calculation. So carrying over 2, 20 divided by 4 is 5, 0 divided by 4 is 0. So what that means is there's going to be £32.50 discounted, okay, it's a sale, so that's going to come off the price. So your next step is to take away the amount that's discounted from the original. Okay, so 130, take away £32.50. Some of you will be happy to do that in your head, and some of you will need to use your formal method. So 130, take away £32.50. So 0 take away 0 is 0. 0 take away 5 you can't do. Can't take anything from 0. You're going to go to your 3. Okay, leave you with 2 and bring 1 over. Your 10, make 9, bring 1 over. 10 take away 5 is 5. Decimal point doesn't move. 9 take away 2 is 7. 2 take away 3 you can't do, so you're going to go to your hundreds. Bring that over. 12 take away 3 gives you 9. So in the sale, you're going to pay £97.50 for the remote control car. Question number 44, we've got a cuboid, okay, we've got the 3 measurements for the cuboid. It says, what is the area of the largest face? Okay, so this is going to be your largest face. So it measures 10.5 by 8. Okay, so to work out the area, you have to do 10.5 times 8. Okay, so you're going to use your formal method, multiplying decimals. So 10.5 multiplied by 8. Okay, so 5 times 8 gives you 40. Decimal point doesn't move. 0 times 8 is 0, plus 4 is 4, and 1 times 8 is 8. So your first answer is 84. Okay, your next question then is, what's the volume of the cuboid? So the volume of a cuboid is the length times the width times the height. Okay, so you've actually already done the first step of that. You've done 10.5 times 8. So the last thing you need to do is just multiply that answer by 3. So 84 times 3, 4 threes are 12, 8 threes are 24, plus 1 is 25. So your volume is 25 centimetres cubed. Question number 46, you've got a square tile. You have to find the area of the shaded part of the square tile. Okay, so your tile is split into 4. Each one of those little sections are quarters. So you actually need to find the area of 3/4 of the square. So your first step is to work out the area of the total square. So that's 7 times 7, which gives you 49. Next step then is to work out 1/4 of the area. So you're going to have to do 49 divided by 4. Okay, and you should know straight away that's not going to work equally because it's not within your tables. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 9 divided by 4 is 2. So we've got this problem again where we need to carry over. So we're going to add in our decimal point. Okay, your 2 zeros. Carry over your 1. 10 divided by 4 is 2. Carry over 2. 20 divided by 4 gives you 5. Okay, so the area of one of those quarters is 12.25. You want to work out the area of the 3 of them. So we're going to do 12.25 times 3. So 5 times 3 is 15, 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7, your decimal point's not moving. 2 times 3 is 6, 1 times 3 is 3. So your answer is 36.75. You could also have taken away the 1/4, okay? You could take away the area of this part from the total and that would give you the same answer. 47. Consecutive means one after the other. So for example, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. So you had to think of 2 numbers, one after the other, that multiply to make 132. Okay, so within your times tables, that's 11 and 12. Question 48, you had to write the number as a decimal. So you had 340. So 300s, 4 tens, no units, decimal point, and 3/4. 3/4 is 0.75. Okay, you must know your equivalent fractions and decimals. 49. The area of a rectangle is 12. The length of one side is 8. Okay, so what you had to work out is 8 times what gives you 12. Do is divide 12 by 8. Okay, and that'll give you the length of one side. So 1 divided by 8 you can't do. 12 divided by 8 is 1. And here we've got to carry over again into our decimals. Okay, so we're carrying over 4. 40 divided by 8 is 5. 0 divided by 8 is 0. So the line that you need to draw needs to measure 1.5 so that the area of the rectangle is 12. Here, what you had to do was measure a line that was 1 full square and then half a square. Okay, draw that on either side and join your lines together with a line that measures 8 centimetres.